So, another little continuation from what I was talking about in my longer video. Um, so I was watching like a really stupid show that I really don't even like, but I actually was laughing at it because I thought it was funny. So that was different because my kids watch this show all the time, right? And I just, it's whatever. Like, I always like let them watch what they want to watch. I don't like watch my own stuff. And I usually just like drown it out and go on my phone, but I was like actually watching it and yeah, I started laughing. So that was different. Um and then I also noticed something very different. Wow, I see 555. So I'm cooking dinner for the kids, and I actually didn't feel like I'm doing this right now, and I actually don't feel like so sad that they're not here, whoever like they is. I actually just started like getting this thought form saying, this is a good time. Like, I like to be home with my kids. That's the life I wanted. Like, us just sitting on the couch, like simple times like that is the good times. Just being together. Doesn't even matter what we're doing. If somebody's watching TV, if somebody else is on their phone, as long as we're all on the couch together. And then it's like I'm going back and forth into the kitchen to check on the food. And I just had this new thought form in my head that wow, I have created a peaceful, loving, safe environment for my kids and me. And I'm like kind of just seeing this. Like, I feel like a partner that I would have chosen, like, they should feel like that they want to be a part of this, not like trying to always go away. Like, I think that's where instead of like missing that I don't have it, I actually feel like an opening to somebody should have appreciated like being here, like, because this is where I want to be. I want to be with my kids. I want to be home with my kids. Like, anything that's like a family activity, that's always been important to me. And yeah, I do love going out and having fun, but when my kids were young and I was breastfeeding and I was in that whole thing, like, I didn't go anywhere and I didn't care. Like, I didn't miss it. Like, I wanted to be with them. I didn't want to miss a moment. And I guess that's kind of what my new train of thought is. Like, I deserve for someone to not want to miss a moment with me. And I don't have to know what that may look like or turn into in the future. I just know that I was saved by getting away from someone who looked for any reason to get away. Like, any excuse to just get outside and smoke, or any excuse to go out to the garage and do something else. Like, any excuse to go in the basement instead of being in the kitchen with me, or, you know, anywhere else but just being present. And I think that through literally practicing being present, I've always been present here, like physically, but I feel like being present, like even be able to watch a stupid TV show and actually laughing at it, like that is something that I have not done. And yeah, like really genuinely, like I genuinely feel that like I do deserve for someone who genuinely wants to be with me, around me, near me, and looking towards the past, I would have wished that somebody felt like that, when I had the baby with them, and that 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 me and the family and the kids, like, we deserve for somebody who like really believes that the most important thing is to be with us, and now that, maybe obviously, my kids are grown now ish, so it's like that's obviously not gonna happen, and I wouldn't want that with any of them anyway, but like, we were spared from having to be around someone who didn't want us, basically. And I look now, I have this whole new vision that's telling me I deserved better, and I deserve to be wanted and like cared for by a person who I was like dedicating my life to. And I didn't think I'd ever feel that way. I think I've always felt like it's me that's lost out. And it is me that's lost out, and the kids too, obviously, a little bit, but like, we didn't really lose anything good. We lost, somebody who was bringing negative energy, somebody who was abusive. Like, that's not who I want to be in my house. And so, yeah, that's a whole new perspective. So yeah, that was, I really do feel like that is such a huge shift, like, just in my own mind, like, and I feel calm. And I realized, like, men who were raised on that I hate my wife humor, like, it's actually not funny. It's gross and, crude and all that shit. And like, that's how my most recent ex, whatever, it was a lot of back and forth, and I just remember it was like, he always thought it was so funny. Oh yeah, haha, oh, you got kids at home, I see, you better get all the overtime you can, because you don't, like, insinuating, not that you want to earn money to buy them things, but insinuating to not be in the house, like, as much as possible, and like not be with them as much as possible. And he sure lived up to that. He sure made sure that any time that I was really hoping for some family time, or even relationship time, he made sure that he would find something else to do. And it's crazy because I look around and I see like neighbors and families, and it's like, these dads are there, they're doing the thing, like, they want family time. They're organizing like little games, or doing like balloons, or playing catch and playing things. And we don't have that, and that's whatever. But it's better to not have anything, I guess, than to have someone who's like hurting you inside the house, like neglect inside the home. That's probably one of the worst things. Like, it's one thing to be alone if you're alone, but it's another thing to be alone and tortured by a human being who, maybe not even a human, a demon man who, just does not give a fuck about any of the things that you value the most. So yeah, like I really am seeing way more clearer right now, and I think I probably still have some clarity and maybe some breakthroughs to go through, but like I really, really, really feel different, and like I am gonna be living as this new person who doesn't have all that pain, all that doubt, all that other stuff. Like I feel like obviously I've not only been capable, I'm capable of like literally doing what I need to do to make a nice little life, you know, and that really does center around like my kids, really, and me, and just the home environment, you know, like I'm living that wife life, but no hubby. So that's okay. I'm in the in between, and like I said before, God doesn't wake everybody up, and not everybody has the means and the privilege to escape an abusive relationship and be alone, even if it means being alone and being lonely and sad. You know, and I know a lot of women who have to just stay there because they'll lose out on their kids, and I do lose out on my kids more than I want to, you know, but it's not like it's not like too excessive, you know. It's obviously people who are together have their kids together every day, so there's pros and cons, and that's, you know, for a whole nother video. But yeah, you know, I have my weekends free most of the time. But yeah, like I have a new outlook, and that's basically all I wanted to say. And getting back to cooking now, but for those who may have needed to hear, you know, keep with the mindset shifting, because eventually you're gonna believe the affirmations. Like, it took a really long time for you to get so damaged and really fucked up. Well, maybe it didn't, because like we're just coming in here inheriting a lot of this too, but eventually something's gonna switch. So, all right, bye.